Hey everyone, welcome to Lisa and Michael Save the World. I'm artist Lisa D'Amico, and this is
Michael Craft Photographer.
So, welcome to the show. And Michael, I'm going to start off today with art influences. And before I talk about my art influence, there's a real connection today with my art influence. I know a lot of artists base their work like on their childhood experiences and so on. I am not one of those artists. However, I would like to dedicate today's episode to my father. He recently passed away, and I have to say that he is one of my biggest art influences and art supporters. Until he got ill, he never missed an art reception, an art exhibit, and in a way, not that it's a conscious thing, but I always would go to him with my art projects when I was in school, and then when I became an adult and a professional artist, I would go to him with different projects that I was working on for his input, his insight. So there's no doubt that he has a profound effect on what I do, and he always will. So even though he's not with me, he is with me. So I love you, Dad.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's true.
That's so nice. I know your father was always at our art exhibits.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
And we'll put a photo of him at an art exhibit. I'll send it to you and you can put it in. Yeah.
So you can see.
Yeah.
And art festivals. I can remember him at the one in Piermont.
Yes. I have many pictures of him. I have Lisa D'Amico artist t-shirts that I've given away in the past on my social media, and Dad wore them till like the threads were coming out. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better cheerleader in my life. So thank you, Dad.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. So let's move on before I start.
Okay.
Crying.
And now my influence.
Yeah.
We're totally shifting gears here now. My influence is actually an influence that is very recent, and you would think that it would be an influence it would have been someone I would have been influenced from years ago, but I really wasn't, honestly. And that's Robert Mapplethorpe.
Oh, I love Mapplethorpe's work.
I just recently watched a movie called Mapplethorpe, and I guess I never really. I don't want to say that I never paid attention to his work, but I think because it was so gritty and raw, and I'm more attracted to like the glamorous and the pretty and stuff like that. I didn't realize just how great his work was. And the movie showed me a lot about his life and what he went through, and it's pretty crazy.
It's a good movie.
It is.
As a movie, it's good, and it's a great art history lesson. It really is.
It absolutely is,
Yeah.
and you learn a lot about the art world
and the process that he went through, and a lot of artists go through to kind of climb their way up if they're that lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he really was. I mean, if the way they portrayed it, because you never know with with film, he was. We're not even we're not even as crazy as what he was. I mean, he really was off the wall.
He was.
And that's probably why he made it. He was really nuts to a certain degree. And what I find intriguing is that he had a way of, because if you watch how he began and everything, I mean, he just took a camera, I think an Instamatic or whatever, and just, put someone up against the wall or up against the window and took a photo. That's not easy.
No, it's not.
And to make it look as good as he did, he had some kind of an eye for that.
Yeah, and I also think that this movie and the life of Mapplethorpe just in general and in fact helps, because some people, I know you're aware of this, some people do not consider photography a fine art. And I think that photographers are just as creative as anybody else in the arts, sculptors, painters, illustrators, and deserve the credit for their creativity. And I love Mapplethorpe's work as well. And I really love, because I'm always fascinated when somebody can take something that's very ordinary and turn it into something fantastic. And I really feel like he did that with his flowers.
Oh, the flowers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I didn't know
Absolutely.
with Mapplethorpe all of like the art community that he was part of and all the people that he interacted with. You know, we all, as in our community, affect each other. It's, you know, influence each other a little bit. It's like being part of a family.
Yeah.
You know, a genuine family. You know, you love some, you hate some, you go to some for support and some for advice, and it's just really a great movie that has given a light on Mapplethorpe that I felt like kind of died out shortly after he died.
And what's great about it too is that they'll show him setting up a shoot.
Yeah.
And for whatever, you know, iconic image that he made, they'll like show that or recreate that.
Yeah.
But then they'll flash up the actual photo. It's not a recreation, it's the actual photo that came out of that shoot. And that I think is really cool. And I'll find some photos that hopefully we can get away with showing. I'm not sure how much YouTube.
I know you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'm not sure
what you might get.
And I'm used to that. So
yeah.
Now I also I'm going to start with Artholes because my influence is kind of an Arthole as well, because Robert Mapplethorpe was not. He had his moments, and he was not the nicest of people at all. There were some things that he did that were just, but of course there was a lot of drugs going on too, that, you know, but yeah, it kind of amazed me. It kind of, you know, I don't think I could ever be that, well, at least I hope I couldn't ever be that mean to people for really no reason other than, you know, thinking that you're great.
And that's the problem. Some people's egos get in their way of being, you know, kind and generous and human and just showing a modicum of decent manners. You know?
Yeah, it's really a shame.
Yeah, it is.
But but on the other hand, I also am going to pick the people that you know, protested and were against his work as Artholes as well.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Because there was a lot of them. Yeah. You know, this kind of like, oh, we love your work and we're going to do it. Oh, we can't do it because, you know, they're going to lose investors or whatever.
Yeah, it's too risque. It's pushing the boundaries. And that's what art's about. Yeah. That's what it's always been about. So, you know, he was just doing what artists do.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what we do. We like to push buttons.
Yes.
So what's your art hole?
Okay, my art hole is the perspective that people take on arts education. That makes me crazy. As though it's optional in, especially in the public school system here. And that, you know, when budgets get cut, that's what always gets cut first.
Absolutely.
Yes. Art gets cut, music gets cut. Theater. Oh, yes. And in some schools, like, it never existed. You know, you just never had it until maybe if you were lucky, you had it in high school, and even then, sometimes you didn't.
In our school, oh my God, the football team was much more important than any play or musical that we put on. It was ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, long-term studies have proven that an education that includes the arts makes for a better student, better grades, better comprehension. Of course, we know it's going to help with imagination and creativity, but it also helps with problem-solving skills. So the benefits are far-reaching and long-lasting in students. And just because the budget is cut doesn't mean it should be cutting into the arts.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, so that's my pet peeve.
And give a little culture to, because
it might be the only bit of culture, as you're saying, that these students get.
So. Certainly wasn't a lot when we went to school.
No, it wasn't. All right, let's move on. Art history.
Art history.
Yes. Yay! Okay, so This artist,
Mm-hmm.
fantastic artist.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, which I think I am, Maurizio Catalan. He created La Nona Ora, which means the 9th hour. And it is, I have to show you what it is. So
Yes.
I need to bring that up. Excuse me while I put on my glasses. And I'm sorry, I didn't have this set up sooner. Oh,
She's not ready.
I'm not ready.
How are you not ready?
I don't know.
What's with the softball or baseball? Baseball? Softball?
Oh, on my computer?
Yeah.
I like baseball.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to tell you what he would.
Like I would, like I'm gonna know what that means.
Okay, so La Nona Ora. So it is a piece, like I said, done by Maurizio Catalan, and this is it. So, and look, like we were talking about earlier.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
So it's a piece done, and it's of the Pope. He's lying on his side, as you'll see. He's been hit by a meteor, and he's holding a crucifix. And like, this is it. This was what art is about, a reaction.
Yeah.
And it's about pushing the boundaries and making people think and making people, stop. And this piece I knew would make Michael laugh. And it's interesting. It's done, technically it is done incredibly well.
Yeah.
I like this piece. I know that some people will find it
blasphemous.
Yes. And I understand that as well. But me, as an individual, as an artist, I enjoy this piece. I think it's clever. I also like Francis Bacon did a series on the Pope, the Screaming Pope.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which is
I like that one, actually.
Love
yeah.
Francis Bacon.
Yeah.
I like pieces that push the boundaries a little bit, make you think, take things that are in our lives and hit it from a different perspective. So,
if it can piss some people off, it's a good thing. So yeah, no, I like this.
Yeah.
And it does remind me of I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, I love it.
Good.
I love it.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. This was a great episode.
Yes, and be sure to follow, comment, like, ring the bell on YouTube, whatever that means. I know you're supposed to do it. We need the subscribers. We need the subscribers.
Just join us for a good time.
And also
a little bit. Art. What?
Art.
Also
oh,
what?
and
art.
TikTok.
Art?
The TikTok.
Oh, here he goes again. I'm sorry.
We're on the TikTok and we're doing some fun things actually.
We are doing fun things and
go,
silly things as usual.
Yeah,
but
check us out.
Yeah.
Check
art
us out.
stuff. Good art
yes,
stuff.
exactly.
So,
See you next time.